Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Louis' Garage. So what are we doing today? We are working on the W212 E250 station wagon. So this is my daily driver, it's my everyday car. I'm just working on it a little bit at the moment. There's actually nothing really wrong with it. But since my wife is away on business trip, I thought it's a good chance to do some preventative maintenance and just kind of check over the car again. Since last time I checked over it, it was for an oil change and it was done relatively quickly. So this time around I'm going to do a slightly more thorough check and do a few other things as well. So what are we doing today? Well, we are going to be at the back of the car today. As you can see, I've jacked up both the back and the front, and that is because we are going to be changing the differential fluid for this car. So because this car is rear-wheel drive, the diff fluid and the differential obviously is all the way back here. Yep, so you can just see it there. Yep, so where the drive shafts are going into, that's the differential right there. And so we're going to be changing the diff fluid, and I'll show you how to do that. Right, so what do we need to get the job done? Well, we're going to need a drain pan, obviously, because we are going to be draining the fluid. I highly recommend getting a brush, a metal brush of some sort, because there's probably going to be dirt and debris in the bolt. And also we've got new fluid, obviously, and the correct size for this car is the M14 hex bit, right? So it's a M14 hex bolt. So you need a bit like this, hopefully with an adapter or whatever, and that's going to help to get it onto a breaker bar or onto a ratchet. And speaking of breaker bars, I've also got my really big breaker bar to break it loose. Alright everyone, so down here under the car, you'll see that here is the differential right here, made in Germany. There we go. Lovely, looking pretty fresh. I don't think this has ever been opened since it's come out of the factory. So as you can see, there's the full hole, and my recommendation is try and break open the fill hole before you break open the drain bolt. The fill bolt before you break open the drain bolt. And that is just in case you can't get this open and you can't loosen this up, and then at least you're not stranded, you don't you're not left there with like no diff fluid in your car. So let's try and break that loose. What we're going to do is we're going to use the wire brush inside the bolt hole a little bit, just to try and clean it up a bit, so that we actually can get the bit into the hole. Otherwise it's quite dirty. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to clean it up, and then I'll show you, removing this particular bolt. All right, so you might have to tap the bit onto the bolt a little bit just to make sure it's nice and seated and it's not going anywhere. So I've just done that, and it's nice and snug. So now we just need to loosen that up. There we go. It's already a little bit loose there. So now I can just use my ratchet and loosen it off completely. And then at least we've got the fill bolt open, and we'll do the same thing for the drain bolt. Okay everyone, so the drain bolt did prove to be a little bit more tricky than expected, because there's a exhaust pipe in the way for this car. So that's a bit different to my old C-Class. So what I've done is I've actually had to use a wobble extension, which gives me a little bit of movement on the extension, and that has allowed me to get my breaker bar onto it. So yeah, let's give it a shot. Okay, I might need two hands for this. Okay, I'll break it loose, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Alright, so next step after breaking it loose is to use the ratchet and finish the job. That's pretty loose already, so I don't think I need to go any more with the ratchet. And then the rest of it is all going to be done by hand. Right. Okay, so let's position the oil pan. So I've got the oil pan just below, and I've got the drain bolt loosening up above. So it should just be a matter of getting this loose now. Oh, go. Awesome. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty gross. So definitely time for a change, I'd say. Awesome. So we're going to let that drain, and then we can loosen up the fill bolt and yeah, fill it up from the fill bolt later on. Yeah, this smells kind of funny. definitely time for a change, I would say. Alright, so that looks like it's drained pretty much sufficiently now. So we're just going to put the drain bolt back in. Make sure you get the threads on properly before you actually try and tighten it. Okay, nice one. And then we're just going to set up the same wobble extension to tighten that up properly. By the way, shout out to George for letting me know that there's such a thing as wobble extensions. So thank you very much for that, George. I've got my own set now, so that's really helpful. So we're just going to tighten up this drain bolt, make sure it's nice and tight, and then we're going to flip around to the other side, remove the fill bolt, and do the fill procedure for the differential. Alright, so similar story for the fill bolt. So we've already cracked it loose. So it should be possible now just to undo it with your ratchet. There we go, it's nice and loose. And we should be able to undo that by hand now. Right, there we go. And there shouldn't be any diff fluid coming out of this one. If there's a diff fluid coming out of this one, I'd be worried. But no, that looks fine. And yeah, we just need to fill it up now with new diff fluid. Alright, so yeah, we're now ready to go to get some new fluid in there. This Penrite GL5 fluid is quite nice because it comes in a bottle where you can actually squeeze the fluid into the diff. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. I'm just going to be squeezing. And then basically as soon as fluid comes out from the fill hole, then you're pretty much full and you're ready to go. So just watch out for that fluid coming out. Alright, let's fill it up. So I actually decided just to use my fluid transfer pump. It's probably easier and a bit safer than trying to use the thing in the bottle. So I'm just pouring the fluid into the pump and then just pumping the fluid into the differential. So I'll do that and then it'll be full and then we can put everything back together. Alright, yeah, so basically as soon as the differential fluid starts coming out, then basically you can put the fill plug back in and tighten it up. And yeah, that's pretty much done. So it's not too difficult. Just takes a bit of time. I think it takes about 1.3 liters from what I saw. 1.3, 1.4, something like that. So yeah, it'll be similar hopefully in your car. And it's a very similar procedure for a lot of Mercedes because a lot of them are rear-wheel drive. So basically just do exactly the same thing. They pretty much all have the same sort of diff. Yeah, and it's just a nice bit of preventative maintenance, just to make sure that your car's running nice and smooth. Alright, well, thank you for joining, and I'm going to tighten this up, and I'm going to move on to some other jobs. I will see you next time on Louis' Garage.